Podcast Live, where you get your favorite hot topics from a Christian perspective. Starring National Gospel Recording Artist, Pastor Ron Todd, the lovely Mel Phillips, everyone's favorite aunt, Penny Ellis, and the swag-tastic Josh Jad. This show is dedicated to our beloved C. Ashley Brown Lawrence. Buckle up, you're in for a ride.
Hey y'all.
Hey, Ron.
Oh, why my screen black?
I don't even know. Go back out and come back in. Hey, everybody. Just give us a few minutes. Ron getting his screen together, but happy Tuesday. I hope everybody been having an awesome, fantabulistic day today. I know I did. Okay, Soul TV. Hey. Okay, we giving Ron another try. Okay, Ron, what's going on?
I don't know.
Do you have...
Bam.
Okay, there you go.
Here I am. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Uh-oh. Am I froze?
Yes, where are you?
I am in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
See what I'm saying? You always on the run. You and Beyonce, stay on the road.
On the run. Let me see if I can fix this camera.
But why you fixing that? How your week been going so far? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. It's been going really good.
That's good. That is really, really good.
Yes, time is just flying, right? Like, I feel like...
Don't say that, Ron. When people say time is flying, that means you getting old.
We definitely...
Say time is always on my side.
It definitely...
Okay, I don't know what's going on with Ron. I guess he just want me to be over here by myself tonight. Come on, Ron, get it together. I don't even see the people. Where my people at? Where the Tuesday audience? Where y'all at? Come on in the room. Hey, Yolanda, how you doing? We having some technical difficulties. You know this is a live show, so it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, but we getting it together.
I'm so trying.
I'm glad you are well. I tell Bessie she can get on here and see me every now and again. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? We working on it, Kevin. Ron will be back in a second.
Bam, here I am.
Okay, here he go. He in this thing.
I'm in here. I had to change to my other camera, which is not HD, so y'all just gonna have to deal with it on tonight. Yolanda says she's good. Kevin says, hey, Mel.
Hey, Kevin again.
Yes, let her know. Y'all, we have a great show tonight. I'm super excited. Sir Jerry Sadler will be with us here really, really soon. He's got some exciting things to talk to us about, and I absolutely cannot wait. Kevin says, oh, he's here. I am here, just having some technical difficulties tonight. Kevin, bear with me. Let's see. Lady Mary says, hey, Pew crew, looking forward to a great show tonight. We are as well. Mary. Hey, Pew crew, Kevin, I'm loving the heart. Thank you for the love. We always take the love, Kevin. We need all the love we can get. Yes, we do. So listen, if you haven't already, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, hit that share button. Let somebody know that we're on tonight. We have a great show for y'all. As I've said before, Sir Jerry Sadler will be with us. And I'm telling you, if you guys have heard of his choir, or if you've heard of him and things that they have going, if you haven't, you're going to hear all about them today. Absolutely incredible. I'm super excited that he is here with us. So get on the horn, tell somebody. If you're watching on Soul TV, hello. This is a little different because usually we tape live on Tuesdays and then Soul TV it airs on Thursday, but now we air live. So Soul TV,
Now,
what
you
up,
ain't
though?
told me that. Hey, Soul TV.
So we
Tap
are
in
glad.
and let us know that you're watching.
Yes, and where you're watching from. So if you're watching in your living room, let us know. If you're on YouTube, let us know. If you're on Facebook, let us know. We want to know where you are watching from tonight.
Yes.
But yeah, Mel, it's been a great day, great week so far, and I'm excited about that. Glad you're doing well. Mel, you look great. You always have good earrings too.
Yeah, I love a good earring. I love a
Yeah.
good earring. It was so beautiful out today. I'm like, let me just take a nice walk. I love when it's about to be warm, but not too warm. It was beautiful today.
Right, to where you're not like gross and sweaty while you're walking outside.
Yes, yes.
I actually changed out of what I had on when I was doing Bible study today. I got on my workout gear because when I get done with this, I'm going down to the gym.
You
Lord,
went to the gym at 10 o'clock. That's dedication.
I go later than that. I go really late, especially when I'm at home. I go late. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I don't know either.
I don't know what it is. Real quick, guys, we have to do some quick things like talk about our angel, Missy Ashley Brown Lawrence, who went to be with the Lord. It will be 2 years in July. C. Ashley Brown Lawrence was the very first co-host caster to this show. And she was with us from the beginning of time. And of course, she's gone on to be with the Lord. But we never do a show without talking about the late C. Ashley Brown Lawrence and what she meant to this show and to everyone around the world. So do me a favor, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you download everything by her. Just go to your digital outlets, type in C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, grab everything that she's ever created, including her latest single, Old School Medley, that is available on all digital outlets as well. While you're there, please make sure you grab my latest single. It's called I Can Get a Prayer Through. It's available on all digital outlets as well and impacting radio right now. While you're at it, if you have not already, make sure you go and vote. We only have until the 26th to vote for Gospel Choice Music Awards. Excuse me. See, when we live, if you got to sneeze, you got to sneeze. Thank you so much. Gospel Choice Music Awards. Right now, I'm a finalist in 2 categories. So y'all didn't vote enough in the other 2. No, I'm joking. Male Vocalist of the Year USA and Virtual Talk Show of the Year. So make sure you guys go to gospelchoicemusicawards.com and vote for your boy. We're in the finalist category now, so you can only vote one time. So I appreciate you for that. Of course, we got to talk about our other co-host who's been missing in action, Mr. Josh Allen. He is in an amazing play called What About Jesus? It's a musical stage play, and he is starring as Officer Smitty. I have seen this show, and it's absolutely incredible. I need you to scan that QR code right now and grab your tickets. It's happening this Friday and Saturday. There are 2 shows. General admission is only $25. VIP is $60. Again, you can scan that QR code and get your tickets or go to www.qafordproductions.com. Again, it's qafordproductions.com. Please support our Josh. We would appreciate that.
Yes. I miss you, Josh.
Yes, hurry up and do this show and get back on here. Stop playing with us.
Even though you're gonna be late, come on back. We
don't mind late and all. Come on. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, Sir Jerry Sattler will be with us. We cannot wait. There he look, Andy Sharp, y'all. Look at him. Look at him.
Come on, strikes.
Yes. All right, we're gonna take a quick break and get paid a little bit, and we'll be right back. Y'all keep it locked right here to the Pew Podcast.
It's a Stain and Fire 2nd anniversary gala with special guests Steve Morgan Gifted of Clarksville, Tennessee, Young Men for Christ, Walter Steen and Blesh, Wayne Todd, and Men Who Will, the Stanford Boys, Sunday, May 18, 2025 at 4 p.m. at Christian Tabernacle, 26555 Franklin Road, Southfield, Michigan. $20 general ticket, $30 at the door, $40 VIP, which includes swag bag. No VIP tickets sold at the door. Purchase your ticket at AS Fire 2022. For more information, contact Lady Chris 313-478-2607.
Yeah.
All right, we are back right here on the Pew Podcast, and I'm excited. Mel, tell us a little bit about who we got coming up.
We have the awesome, fantabulous Sir Jerry Sadler and the Sound of Pentecost Choir. It's a dynamic community-based choir from Greensboro, North Carolina. Originally founded as a college choir at Guilford Technical Community College on September 28, 2008, by overseer Christopher Morrison and Sir Jerry Sadler. Sound of Pentecost, also known as SOP, has grown into a nationally recognized recording group. I'm so sorry. Known for their powerful praise and worship. SOP has traveled the country and shared stages with gospel greats such as James Hall, Donald Lawrence, Ricky Dillard, Karen Clark Sheard, Pastor Charles Jenkins, Pastor Ty Trebbett, and Ron's favorite, Pastor Kim Burrell. Their debut full-length album, Live in Durham, recorded in April 2024 and released in September 2024 and released April 19, 2025, has garnered national attention and solidified their place as voices of excellence in gospel music. Okay, SOP, come on now, Sounds of Pentecost.
Yes, I just love that name. Let me tell you.
I do too.
I can't wait any longer. Let's get into it. Y'all put your hands together as we welcome Sir Jerry Sadler.
Yeah.
I hate when my claps be delayed. Where are the claps? We need some claps. Audience, where y'all at? Come on here. Give it to him again. Once again. Dr. Sadler.
How you doing, Pastor?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, and hello, the beautiful Mel.
Hey, how are you?
I am well.
I'm glad to see you this evening. So glad you're here.
Absolutely, I'm glad to be here.
First of all, can we get into this T-shirt? I like that.
I love it.
Where can we get that T-shirt?
Well, the plus side of this is I make T-shirts, so all of our designs and T-shirts I do. So
hold on, I got to add that to the bio. And he make T-shirts, y'all.
We need you to know that. Because see, we always aspiring to do and have something, so we be needing a T-shirt. So
absolutely, let me know.
That is so good to know. But man, we are so excited that you're here. I got a chance to meet Dr. Sadler while I was in Greensboro. I want to say last year, and he was hosting an event. And when I tell you, he kept that thing fiery. I said, the anointing destroys the yokes. And every time. And so I was so excited. And he had one of those good double-breasted suits. And, I love a double-breasted suit. And he was giving it to us. And so it was such a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. And now you've got so many great things going on, and we're going to dig into it. But, for those who are not as familiar with you, tell us how the Sound of Pentecost got started, how you started this choir.
So me and my brother, who is now passed on, in 2015, it actually started really in high school. So once we graduated high school, he was class of 2004, I was 2005. So he started the high school gospel choir. Then when he graduated, I took over. So when we left, we was like, okay, we want to keep doing this music thing. So I sung with a couple different groups. I sung with a quartet group, and I sung with another choir. But I was like, it's still missing. Like, I feel like I'm not tapping into everything. So once we started at GTCC, we started a college choir there. And it just went from there. It was pretty much a vision of his. Because then I wasn't, to be honest, doing choir music was the furthest thing from my mind. That's why I believe all things happen for a reason. Even in him transitioning, I feel like there was a mantle that had to be passed. That was something I had to go through to really start to walk in my purpose and understand what it is I'm supposed to be doing and not ride coattails. A lot of people are comfortable doing that. And one thing I know to be true, that when God wants your attention, he's going to give it.
That's
one
right.
way or the other. And I do believe, although I lost him and I miss him, I do believe everything happened for me. So since then, I've hit the ground running. It hasn't been easy, but I'm here.
Well, look, it's funny, Mel, that he says it hasn't been easy because, not just as a pastor, but one who's had a group myself, and there were only about 8 people in my group, but we're talking about a whole choir. Any type of organized situation, especially with predominantly Black folks. No, I'm joking. No, please, allegedly.
Everybody got personality issues. It's just not us.
Ooh.
But that's a lot of personalities. I can deal
that's
with
a lot of different personalities.
Yes. A lot of different needs and demands and ideas, and everybody want their idea at the forefront. How do you manage that?
Mm-hmm. Listen, and Pastor, I'm a lot like you. When I started, we had maybe 7, 8 people. If that, on a good day, 10 maybe. Now I've reached to, I would say, 30 people.
Wow.
So this is large for me, because I'm used to managing a smaller group. The sound has always been the same because I'm a director that teaches quality, not quantity. So I'm real big on that. But managing those different, Jesus, prayer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Prayer. But you have to be, while it's a spiritual thing we do, you still have to remember that people are human. People have
absolutely.
People are going to make mistakes. Everybody ain't been saved as long as you have.
Mm-hmm.
Even those that have, people fall, people slip. We all have different things we got to work on. It's a task, but it's manageable. I feel like anything that you do, if people come in with the right mind and they understand the vision and they're really here for it, no matter what comes, it's everything is workable. You can work through anything.
Absolutely. Shout out to SJ. It says SJ, a SOP member here. Hey,
there. That's a lot of my members on the podcast tonight.
Oh, great. Y'all come on in the room. Have a seat on the pew.
Have y'all. Let me scoot over a little bit, make some room.
Yes. This pew big enough for everybody. It may. No. But no, I think that's so important that you say. But, as a millennial director, I think it's important that you talk about why keeping that choir sound was so important to you, because a lot of millennials had switched over to praise and worship, and we love it. I've released songs that were praise and worship or just contemporary gospel, but why has it been important to you to keep that choir sound alive?
Because it's what I grew up on. It's what caught my attention to even learn who Jesus is. Going to church with my grandmother. I grew up Baptist. My home church, Buncombe Baptist Church in Lexington, North Carolina. I loved, it was something about, even as a child, watching my grandma get her robe pressed, gathering in the choir room, putting the choir marching out every Sunday. It's stuff like that. It really caught my attention. And even music that my mom and my grandma would play in the car, Hezekiah Walker, Kirk Franklin, Milton Brunson, Mississippi Mass, Chicago Mass, all of this stuff, like, it's very nostalgic to me. And while I love the new stuff, I just feel like that stuff is what kept them. That stuff is what caught my attention. So it's really, I've had a heart for it ever since as a child. And it's just something about it that just keeps me there. But it's very important to me to keep that sound alive, because even when you first go to church, the way I grew up, the first thing that drew people was the choir.
Yes.
The word is important. Don't get me wrong. The word is what keeps you, but I'm truly believe that music draws, the word keeps.
Oh, I love that. Music draws, but the word keeps. Now, your mom is on as well, Miss Carla. She says, "Hey, son, his proud mother is here." Hey, y'all. I love that. Love it. And
Charla.
Let's see. Nigel Cox says, "Hello, SOP member here." I love it. Come on, SOP. Come on in the room tonight.
Now, you mentioned some of the people that influenced you, and I know that your brother kind of started it and then handed you the torch. But what, other than prayer and just the love of music, is there anything else that keeps you motivated and makes you want to just press in further?
I would have to say it's just the choir music to me is a vibe. Let me say that. Choir music is a vibe. The whole getting ready, getting in uniform, the theatrics, the dramatics. All of that stuff, you know, it's just captivating to me. But I will say I do a lot of what I do. I would have to contribute to my grandmother. As I stated before, my grandmother was very intricate in my upbringing. My grandma seen me in some rough times. I was a hard-headed teenager, y'all. A hard-headed teenager. And sometimes my grandma was just that example of what life could be. So I really took to that. And my grandma was real big and quiet. My grandma could sing like no other. She had the voice. I would compare my grandmother to the Lucretia Campbells and things like that. Like, it was just so angelic. Like, I remember going and hearing my grandma lead stuff like, "Oh Lord, how excellent." Order My Steps.
Yes.
What's the old Lamar Campbell song? "Today I want to be closer to you than I ever been before," and all things like that. And like, I actually implement those songs with my choir today. Like, we do a lot of old school gospel because that's what I remember, you know. So I would say that's what keeps me going, giving people my age some hope.
Yeah.
You know, I've been talked about in the past because I give people a chance that other people normally would. The people that have visible struggles, I take them in and say, "Hey, this is where you are now, but we're going to get you to where you need to be." You know, so I just take pride in it, because if you're going to preach, sing, and be Jesus, you got to be who he was.
That's right.
You have to be welcome, and you have to give people a chance. So that's my peers and those under me that look up to me, that keep me going as well.
Mel, he dropping some nuggets tonight, ain't he?
I love it.
Me too. LA Vibes Music says MD and drummer here. All right.
Yeah.
Now.
So LA is my MD and my producer, but we'll talk of that when we get to it. But MD, that's my boy. That's my boy.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And, you know, I love how you keep Jesus at the center. But now I'm curious how you got the name Sound of Pentecost. Because let me tell you, every time I say it, I just feel like a little quickening. You know, I'm apostolic, so it don't take much. You know, it's like Sound of Pentecost. I want to just break out into tongues real quick. Like, it's like, woo. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So pretty much, when the choir first started in 2008, we were the Voices of Judah. We've always been a radical group of people. Praise has always been the forefront of what we do. And of course, we all know Judah translates to praise. So we were the Voices of Judah. As we went along, we kind of evolved. I changed the name. We were Judah Generation. Because I felt like we were a generation of people, you know, the underdogs, but we still praise. We were the generation of praise, Judah Generation. I would say around 2011, 2012, the Lord started working with me about unity, and, you know, developing a sound, and not just developing a sound, but developing a sound that makes a difference. And, you know, Acts 2:1, which is what the choir name is derived from, it says, when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all in one place with one accord. And then there was a sound from heaven that came and filled the place where they were sitting, and tongues of fire filled the air. And it was evidence that the Spirit had been there. So I changed the name to Sound of Pentecost simply because I want us to move in unity. I don't want us to just be opening our mouths, but I want it to pull on heaven, pull on God, pull on something more, that it feels any arena that we're in. And like, God is just glorified. The Holy Ghost comes and feels. So that's where Sound of Pentecost came from.
I love it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's powerful. And I love when we just don't create a name, but it actually has a meaning. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I see Ty Ari. She says SOP Fall 24 initiate alto. Let's go founder. I love it. My sister is here. She says, "Hey, Pew Pew. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Christina."
Nigel Cox says, "Speak, founder." Ain't he speaking the truth? And we want to hear more of him speaking right after this break. We'll be right back with more with Sir Jerry Sattler. We're here on The Pew.
Ryan Todd Productions presents Keep It Clean Faith Comedy Tour, starring comedian Stefan.
It's not easy being single. Saw this pretty girl in the church pastor, had my K&G suit on. Walked over to her and said, "You know, you fearfully and wonderfully made." She smiled just like you did. Here come my husband. Tell me, "That's my wife you talking to." I said, "So?" We in church. The Bible says, he that findeth a wife finds what? A good thing. Now he ain't say who wife.
And special musical performance by Ron Todd.
Oh! Watch God do it. I said, watch God do it. Watch God do it. I said, watch God do it. If he did it before, he'll do it again. If he did it before, he'll do it again.
Friday, June 13, 2025 at Kingdom Dwellers Ministries, 2261 Marquette Street in Detroit. Free admission. Doors open at 6:15. Show starts at 7 p.m. See you there.
Every day I live to adore. Everybody, Dorinda Clark Cole here.
Hey guys, it's Tasha Page Lockhart.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Ernest Pugh, and you're listening to my friend, my bro, the homie, Pastor Todd and the crew on the Pew Podcast. Keep it locked right here.
All right, we are back right here on the Pew. Let me tell you, y'all know I love Dr. Cole, right? And when she walk out in that ring,
You get so giddy.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, excuse me, we're here with Sir Jerry Sadler right here on the Pew Podcast, and I want to shout out to Trevon Bridges says, "Oh, come on and bless the Lord." Trevon is here, proud SOP tenor. I love it.
Yes.
Come on in the room.
Now, do the people have to try it? I'm not a singer. That wasn't my ministry. But do the people have to try out for the choir?
So it's funny you say that. So in times past, up until now, we do an interview process where they meet with the e-board and all of that good stuff. We're changing it up as of now, so they will be required to audition. Because we've had some people come that can't necessarily, sing, or they just want to be attached just to say they're doing something, and it becomes a thorn.
Right.
It becomes a thorn. Now, granted, I'm not saying you got to be Kim Burrell, no, nothing like that. If you can
Please
hold the tune,
don't. I mean,
that's
right.
what I do. But if you come in here and that ain't never been your ministry, that's becoming a problem.
Yeah, y'all get on the usher board with me. Come on.
I need staff. If you want to be on the travel team or something, yeah.
They could do marketing. They could do PR. But we're going to do some PR right now because you have something new and exciting that's out right now. Tell us about it.
I do. So as of Saturday, April the 19th at midnight, we dropped our freshman album, Live in Durham. Yes, we did. We did. Oh God, I still, even seeing this on the screen is still like, it amazes me.
Nobody but God.
Album back in September. And a lot of my industry friends say, Jerry, how did y'all get y'all's album out so fast? That doesn't happen anymore these days. We were excited. We got it done. The album is amazing. I'm still in awe of God. I really am.
Now tell us about you have some features on this album. Tell us about some of the people that we can look forward to hearing on the album.
Oh, absolutely. So everyone on this album, my goal for the features on this album, I didn't want big names. I wanted people who needed exposure, people who are really doing their thing, but they may not have the platform or they may not be pushed as much as they should. I have my brother Tremaine Graham. He leads a song called "Die to Set Me Free." He's actually from Durham, North Carolina, but he lives in Dallas. An amazing singer. I also have Tremaine Toombs. She's out of Florida. She leads a song called Make a Way. Y'all talking about some good gritty church. Ooh, Jesus. And this song actually kind of has like a Detroit, Chicago kind of vibe to it. So y'all go check that out. And then my sister Joyce Obey, she actually sings with John P. Key. She lives here in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's on the album. Who else? William Moore. He actually was the feature on our single for the album Call His Name. He's from Newark.
Don't forget about my girl Michelle Prather.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
come on.
He was getting to it.
That's my girl now.
I forgot. Michelle Prather, she is actually on the opening number. That's my auntie. That's my heart. I love Michelle.
Yes.
Everybody know Michelle has something in her throat that just
alien throat.
Alien, right? Then I have some in-house features from my choir. Antoine Phillips, Derek Wallace, and Drina Mitchell, William McLaughlin III. So it's a well-rounded album.
Speaking of William, he says, "Woohoo! Let's go, Team SOP!" Yes. Well, I am super, super excited about the album. Please tell us where we can download it.
So it is available iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon Music, Spotify, anywhere you can buy music, it is there. So y'all go check us out. Now let me help the saints. We get chart numbers and royalties off you purchasing the album. Okay.
Amen.
So go purchase it. It's only $9.99.
Okay.
Your funds a little tight right now. You can go stream it. All right.
That's a McDonald's meal.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you can purchase it. It's $9.99.
$9.99.
Right. And if you at McDonald's, that's a small.
That's a small. You hear what I'm saying?
That means with all the ice they put in your cup, you're gonna get a swig.
and then they made the cup small.
And fill it with ice. No, you getting the whole package right here for $9.99. Go and get it.
It's sure to have something to cater to everybody, to cater to your situation. Whether you want to worship, whether you want to praise, whether you want to cry, whether you want to be uplifted, whatever it is, I'm sure you'll find something on this album.
Amen.
Hey, listen, Jerry, I'm so glad that you hung out with us today and you told us about your album and a little bit about your upbringing. And I'm hoping you'll stick around for the rest of the show. We got about 28 more minutes. You gonna hang out with us?
Yeah, I sure will.
Okay, well, before we let you we move on, introduce your current single.
So my current single, Call His Name, it's actually a song I wrote last year sometime. And it just simply tells you, who do you call when you need a friend? Jesus. Who will be there when you don't have nobody else? Jesus. When you're sick and can't get well, call Jesus. Just call his name.
Well, I guarantee you they're going to be calling his name because they're not going to be able to sit on this pew. They're going to get up because these folks are singing. You hear me? Here is Sir Jerry Sattler and Sound of Pentecost with Call His Name. My God, these folks can sing.
All right, y'all know the song. Let's go. Now, I did write this one, so y'all tell me how you like it, okay? Let's go. Know what to do and you can't see your way through. When you're sick and can't get well. He'll heal your body so you can tell, yeah. If you have a problem, he has the answer. Give it to him, he'll handle it good time. All you got to do is when you need a friend.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
The church flow up off of that.
Yes, I love it. I love the comments. Take me back to the time when I only the lead singer had a mic. I missed it. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's his name. Kevin Moore in New York says, yes, it's good to hear old school choir music. Yes. Oh man, I love it.
And that was the goal. That was the goal of this album, to bring back choir music that's singable and playable.
Trevon is in a violent fit. My God, today.
Okay. Come on, Trevon.
Pastor Greg said it's fire. Yes, it is.
Oh, thank y'all.
So y'all go and grab this album. Get the whole listen now. Y'all know we'll get 1 or 2. No, download the whole thing. There's no skips here. There are no skips. Just get it, y'all. It's going to bless you. Oh, I'm so glad that you shared that with our audience. I believe that they're going to go crazy and just start downloading, because I mean, that's hot. That's hot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Absolutely. All right, Mel. Well, what time is it?
Who is time for the hot topics?
Let's go. All right. Well, I never know where to start with hot topics, but I will say this. I think we got to be careful, and make sure that as we're getting on these planes that we're praying. But not only that, because we've been talking about all these plane crashes, but let's talk about riding in the car, because there was a viral story here recently where 3 men were tragically killed after their Google map led them off a bridge that was not complete.
Oh God.
Now, generally, Google Map will show you when there's, road construction or different things. But for some reason, I guess Google is not updated, and they're driving on this bridge that was not complete, and they drove to their death.
They didn't block the road off?
That was my question.
This is all the information I had.
Out or nothing? What's going on?
Well, see, that's why I use Apple. I don't be fooling with no Google.
I usually always use Google.
I use Google Maps, but if I don't see anybody else on the road, especially a bridge, that might be suspicious for me.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Pastor Greg said lawsuit. Yeah, for their family.
No, seriously.
Lady Mary says, Mel, I literally was thinking the same thing.
It off. You can't even get on there.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's terrible. I hate to hear that.
Christina said one heck of a lawsuit. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Let's move on from there. Sometimes when we're born into a wealthy family, or just period, we feel like we're entitled to certain things, or entitled to what our parents have. Take a look at this story.
Why are you suing your father for $50,000?
Because I don't have any money to my name. He's loaded, right? Him and my mom are loaded.
Okay.
And if they want me out of the house, they're going to have to help me out a little bit. So I figured I'll leave the house, but you got to give me at least 50 G's so I can go out and get a place to stay.
You're 45 years old.
Yes, sir.
You said you haven't worked since 2008?
No, when I had all those issues.
Okay.
And I can't get a job now.
So for the past 16 years, you've been living in their residence off of their money, off of their welfare, off of their care. Mm-hmm. And you think that you're entitled to that?
I'm definitely entitled to it.
How do you figure that? Because they brought you into the world, and it's their responsibility to take care of you.
Yeah, like if you are married, it's like till death do you part, right? So,
you're not married.
Well, having a kid is
and even if you were married, you still have the right to divorce that person and have that person out of your life. You are an adult. They have no obligation to you.
They do, Your Honor.
No, they do not.
They need to cook for me. They need to buy me a car, pay my
insurance.
You
are a grown man.
Yes, I know that. That's why they got to spend more on me and take care of me.
Part of being a grown man is being responsible for yourself. Babies cannot take care of themselves. Toddlers cannot take care of themselves. People who are in elementary school cannot take care of themselves.
I do a lot
By
for
the
myself.
time you get to middle school, you start to develop that skill set. You know what stuff is in the kitchen. You know how to feed yourself. By the time you get to
45 years, Your Honor.
I do so much stuff around the house.
By the time you get to high school, hold on. By the time you get to high school, you go out, you can start working, getting a job, learn how to drive a car. By the time you are 18 years old, and in this state, you are legal when you are 18 years old as an adult, you are responsible for your own self. Now, granted, you say you developed a disability back in 2008. And again, I am sorry that you went through that. But that man right there, Barry Condor, he is not responsible for you. He is not. What's your wife's name?
Joanne.
Joanne Condor. She is not responsible.
Look, they got the money. Get a boy to 50,000 and let him go. Give him a car and a starter apartment. He said the man got the money. Give him the money.
Hey, but they know all he gonna do is blow it.
Then okay, you get this 50,000 and that's it. Once you out, you out. I'm changing all the locks. I might sell my house and move. Gone. Nah.
But my thing is, 2008 was what? 14, 15 years ago.
And he was good and grown then, by the way.
Jesus.
And
they
then
enable him to be like that.
it's something to it. But Pastor Greg said, "Where's my belt at?" Right. Since you want to be a dependent, let me whoop your butt while I'm at it. Because Kevin said he's out of his mind. Yolanda said entitlement at its best. Missionary Wood said male. Kevin Moore said he is disabled and he should be getting disability. That part, or he needs to be put in a home. But you can tell. I mean, he's 45 years old, so clearly they're up in age. They don't have the means to physically care for someone if he really has a disability. But he just sounds like he have a mental problem. Clearly,
it's something wrong. That's what I'm saying. If the daddy got big money like that, get him the 50,000 and just be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would.
Well, I think he needs to be put in a home or something. All right.
You can't hold him. You saw that hair going every which way. No.
The jail couldn't hold that.
Couldn't hold him.
All right, we're moving on to a very tragic story of a husband and wife on the way to the hospital while the wife is getting ready to give birth to a baby. Take a look at this. We don't own the rights to this video.
By two parked police cars. So the panicked dad-to-be honked his horn, and that led to one ugly confrontation. This father-to-be was taking his pregnant wife to the hospital, but says he found two cop cars blocking the road near the entrance.
I honked just to let them know I was there.
One patrol car moves and Kevin Enciso drives around the other one. But an officer gets out, and that's when things really go downhill fast.
Sir, give me your license.
Can I have your sergeant?
Give me your license.
I've asked for your supervisor already.
Enciso explains why they're at the hospital.
She was in a car accident. She's going to be seen by her doctor at emergency room to make sure the baby is okay.
Then a fire rescue truck that the cop called in arrives, and the crew checks out the pregnant woman. Keep in mind, they're just steps from the emergency room.
After they checked on her, they saw her blood pressure was skyrocketing.
Finally, the mom-to-be and her husband are allowed to proceed. The Miami-Dade Police Department tells us they immediately initiated an internal affairs investigation. A husband and his pregnant wife were rushing to a hospital emergency room, but were blocked by two parked police cars. So the panicked dad-to-be honked his horn, and that led to one.
Okay. Unnecessary. Entitlement. Just let the man through. You see his wife is about to have this baby. Y'all blocking the entrance. Why all this rigmarole?
Lawsuit.
I don't know who in their right mind would do it. We at the emergency room. Let the people go. Like what? You see the lady big and pregnant. What is the problem? That was crazy.
Ain't nobody just gonna blow at the police, y'all. Abuse of power.
Abuse of power.
Because who just gonna blow at the police?
Yeah,
but y'all at the hospital, so clearly it's an emergency.
And they called the ambulance at the hospital.
Well, what if they make them pay that bill? Them bills be high. I would be so outdone.
Outdone. Those rent-a-cops need to go back to Dodge. Absolutely. That's insane. Kevin says, okay, I'm going to let that man go. Oh, you were still talking about, but he still should be eligible. You were talking about the 45-year-old grown man who want to be taken care of. Sorry, Kevin. Yeah. That's crazy. But no, prayers up for that couple because that was traumatic. And I'm sure her pressure already up. She having a baby and all this foolery. And y'all supposed to be protecting and serving. Yeah. Get out the way. What you doing?
Heavy on the serving part.
I wasn't even there. That done messed around and got on my nerves. I'm like, what's happening? All right, guys. Well, we do have time for one question tonight from the audience. Let's see what we have on tonight. Here we go.
Yeah, it's me, Tracy. Now, I got a question, y'all, because now I decided to go back to my church because it was Resurrection Sunday. And y'all know I haven't been there since they had sat me down from the praise team and the choir or whatever. But I'm like, you know what? It's Easter and he rose with all power. So let me go and just see my people and enjoy service. The pastor decided he wanted to do something a little different or whatever. And he wanted to do old school testimony service. And he was like, who got a hot testimony? And honey, the Lord been good to me. So I stood up, but I had a song in my spirit. And so I said, Calvary, Calvary, Calvary. Oh, Calvary. They was really feeling the spirit. And do you know they came and sat me down? And they was trying to sit me down. And I'm like, hold on. Because, see, I was feeling it, too. And I'm like, well, they not going to sit me down before I get my famous run now. Because, honey, y'all know when I hit that run. Oh, when I hit that run, baby, listen, the anointing falls. And so people was really feeling it, but they told me that they asked for testimonies, not for a song of praise. So, baby, I grabbed my Louis bag and my keys and I left. Because I felt like they was trying to humiliate me, not to mention quench the spirit. But my husband said that I probably should have just sat down and enjoyed the rest of the service. But I told him, honey, I went home and I watched the service on the TV and I felt the spirit through the screen. But y'all see, babies, y'all let me know, if I was wrong for leaving or what y'all think. But they need to get them armor bearers under control when they grabbing on people like me who have jugs, who have big breasts.
Oh, God. Oh, Tracy. First of all, Tracy, what happened to us being your sweet babies? We ain't been your sweet babies in a long time. I think you got a problem with me.
Ooh, Tracy.
Ron, hold your arms up.
Ooh, Tracy.
Ooh.
Lord have mercy.
Go ahead, Sir Jerry. What you got for Tracy?
Tracy.
Lord have mercy.
We love you, Tracy. The song was beautiful. The song was beautiful, but I think you should trust your man of God. He set you down for a reason. Okay, you got a little couple things you need to work on before you get back up. But Tracy, don't stop praising. Don't let nobody steal your testimony. Don't let nobody steal your testimony.
I agree with Sir Jerry. I just feel like this. If they set you down at the church for singing, why would you take liberties because they opened up for testimony service and you're going to do your song? Then they're asking you to sit down and you're going to get your little riff out. What? What is happening? Then you're going to get mad and leave when you're the one out of order. I think that was a little tacky, Tracy. You already know, you got into it, with the praise and worship leader because they, you wasn't getting to do your solos enough. They set you down. We remember that. Now you come back on Easter, you think you're gonna get you a song again anyway? It's just a little sus for me, sis. I just think it's just a little suspect. Like you use that as an opportunity to have the floor to sing, and I think that's what the pastor probably felt as well. I can't speak for him or anybody else who was in charge of the flow of service, but that's how it came across to me, and so. I don't think they was trying to humiliate you. You probably humiliated yourself when they asked you to go ahead and have a seat, and you decided you were still gonna belt out your famous run. And nobody was moved. No one moved. Mm-hmm. You was in the spirit, but that didn't keep you from grabbing your keys and sashaying out the door. So apparently the spirit didn't last very long. It lifted. So there's a lot to unpack here, Tracy. But that's all I'm gonna do today.
Not Tracy.
What was her issue with the breasts? I missed that part.
I guess they were grabbing on her in a way, and she said you have to be careful when you're dealing with people that have big breasts like she does. Mm-hmm.
It should have never come to that. How you gonna get sat down in church, stand up and sing, and get sat down again? That got to be a church record.
Physically, they had to come and grab you and help you down to your seat.
Quit playing with them people. They gonna call the police on you.
Oh, Lord,
and you think they grabbing on you? You already said the last time the police encountered you, you felt like they was giving you a mammogram. So,
Tracy, you be showing out, but I still love you. I still want to be one of your sweet babies. I don't know how we got off with you, but I still love you, Tracy.
Let's see what the audience says. Missionary Woods says, I thought Tracy could sing. Oh, Lord. Oh, y'all coming for Tracy voice? Tracy, you humiliated yourself, Kevin said. Pastor Greg says, I'm glad the TV audience didn't hear her sing. Oh, Lord. They did. It's all live now. Missionary Woods says, Jesus, she calling on them. Carla is laughing. Oh, that's your mom, Miss Carla. Yolanda Donaldson says, come on now, Jesus. Kevin Moore says, I knew the breast would be a part of this.
Every story.
Somebody always violating her breast. Okay. She always got to interject her twin pie somewhere. Right, Greg. Her pride and joy. Yolanda said, Calvary, he took me out. Oh my gosh. Yes. Tracy, what I will say is that you never cease to amaze me. And it's always very, very entertaining. Thank you. Thank you for your question each and every week.
This is what I'm going to do, Tracy. I'm a host of Christian karaoke night. And you come up there, you sing your name, and you can sing your heart out, baby, at the Christian karaoke. Okay?
There we go. I love that. Or now, maybe she can come sing and sound of Pentecost.
Yeah, come on. She got audition.
Yeah. You can come audition. You can come audition, and then you too can say that you're recording a choir. You're part of a recording choir, and they'll come let you do your oh no, it wasn't that sweet. It was oh no. Oh, they'll let you do all that, Tracy. Go audition, and when you audition, say, and this is my famous run, and I want you to just hit it for Sir Sadler. And
she said it always set the people up. That's what she said.
It always, so you see if it tear him up. Kevin said that's below her, Mel. Oh Lord.
She got to get a mic somewhere. She need a mic and an audience somewhere.
Well, maybe she should buy her own little Mr. Microphone, or get her a little a boom box, or what they call them, a little speaker, and plug in the mic to it, and she can sing.
She got to have an audience. It got to be two, the mic and the audience.
We ain't gonna give her no ideas. She'll start bringing her own cordless mic system and getting the churches talking about some plug this girl in. All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Sadler. It has been so much fun having you. Guys, make sure you grab their album, available on all digital outlets, live in Durham. I'm telling you, no skips. Every song is amazing, so make sure you grab it. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Yes,
thank you for having me, Pastor Mel. Nice to meet you. I've enjoyed my time with y'all.
All right, y'all. Well, until next time, we love you for free, and we'll see you next week right here on The Pew. Thank y'all so much.